Show you how to solve Leetcode question 287. Find a duplicate number giving an array integers nums containing n plus 1 integers where each integer is in the range 1 to n inclusive. So pay attention, here is 1 to n, not starting from 0, and there is only one repeated number in the nums, only one. This is also another key point. Return this repeated number. You must solve the problem without modifying the array nums and use only constants extra space. And if you look at here, the nums, that's the output, right? And then this is 2, and here is the nums, and the output is 3 is the duplicate it finds, and here's some constraints here, and all the integer nums appear only once except the for precise one integer appear 2 or more times. And can we prove that at least one duplicate number must exist in nums? Can you solve the problem in linear runtime complexity? So this is our interview question asked by Amazon and all these company, Amazon 14 times in the last 14 months. What it really tests you is that you need to make sure that you solve this problem in NON time, and also you have to make sure that without only uses only constants extra space. Constants extra space, that means that the space complexity cannot be ON, because if it's space complexity is ON, then the space will increase as the input increase, right? It only use constants extra space. That means you kind of wanted to use same amount of space, even n increase drastically. Like you have 10,000 input, you still want to use maybe like a 10 size of wherever you store this in the memory. So that's what it meant. That's why a lot of regular ways you probably can use to solve this problem. For me, if I look at this problem, first thing I want to do, I will probably put in a set. But the problem is that I can't put it in a because if I put everything in a set, and when I go through the number, I look at if the number is already in set. If they're in set, then I want to return this number. That is the only one duplicate that I'm looking for. But for set, if you think about it, the space complexity is still ON, right? Because it increases as the space grows. So you can't use that. But there is actually a way that you can do this with using constants extra space. This is how the algorithm works. So basically you have nums, right? And it's 1, 3, 4, 2, 2. And we look at this example here. Then you have index here. So usually the index is starting from 0. Let me do this. And it's 0, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? But it said that the number is containing n plus 1 integers where each integer is in the range 1 to n inclusive. So it actually started counting the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 instead. So if we use the index, what we're going to do is that we're going to continue to just look at, because the 0 should not have anything mapped to it, right? After we swap every single number, whatever left in this position should be the duplicate. I'll show you how to go through the list here, and we're only looking at index 0 position, so basically 1. For every single number, we're gonna use this value as an index to look up the number in the nums array. And when we find the nums, if they are not equal to each other, we're going to swap it until they are equal to each other. Then we're going to return this value. That will be the answer that we're looking for. For example, the 0 position right now is 1, right? So we're going to compare with index 1, which is 3. are they equal to each other? They're not. So what we're gonna do is swap them. 1 3 2 3 1, right? And then now we're gonna look at 3 position. 3 is number 2, right? Are they equal? They're not. So we're gonna swap them. And then we're gonna look at 2. Are they equal to each other? They're not. So we're gonna repeat the same thing. And then we're gonna look into 4, because we're always looking at the non-zero position. And then 4, are they equal to each other? They're not. So we're gonna update it again. And is 2 equal to each other? Yes, they are equal to each other. Yep. So we want to return 2 in this case. Basically is the nums 0 that we're going to return in the end. That's the answer that we're looking for. Yep. I'm going to show you how to do this in code here. So basically, the code is really easy, straightforward, and you just need to know, like, this is the method that you can use. This one is use one space, because it will not increase as it will not use any extra space in this case. So let's do this. So while the while loop condition is that while the num0 does not equals to this number's index number, if that makes sense. If I write it in code, you will know what I mean. Does not equal to nums 0. So if nums0, basically 2, right? If 2 does not equal to index, so I'm using 2 as an index here. 2's index nums2, if they are not equal to each other, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue to swap nums none with nums0. That's what I'm trying to swap here. So then I'm gonna say nums0, because I'm gonna swapping them. Definitely making sure that you type them in the same line and then swap them together. That's how you do it in Python, so that the values will not get overwritten. It's important. And then you're just gonna continue to swap them until they are equal to each other. While they are equal to each other, all I need to do is just return the num0, right? That's exactly what we did in the algorithm here. And then that's how you should do it. And let's see. Yep. If you think this is helpful, please like my video and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you soon with more Leetcode questions. Bye bye.